There's a trailer for a film, a documentary called Will and Harper.
I think it's a docu-series. I think it'll be multiple. We do this every time, right? I think it's multiple episodes, though. That's why I say that. I don't think it's just like one or two episodes. I think it's an actual series. But yes, Will and Harper. It is about Will and Harper. I just want to pull up the description so I don't screw
Go
it up.
for it.
Okay, so it's about Will Ferrell and oh my gosh, I didn't realize that they're showing it. They're showing it in Brooklyn tonight, actually.
We're
Um,
gonna miss it.
yeah. So it's about F- Will Ferrell, Will Ferrell and Harper Steele. And the description says when Will Ferrell finds out his close friend of 30 years is coming out as a trans woman, the two decide to embark on a cross-country road trip to process this new stage of their relationship in an intimate portrait of friendship and transition. Um, I just feel like we don't. I wanted to talk about this because I feel like uh, we don't see a lot of this type of story. Um,
Right.
and some of the content that we've seen of or relating to trans people is, I want to say that it maybe isn't well rounded. Um, we've had Caitlyn Jenner's reality show. I know that Netflix did a documentary a while back. Um, I've watched The L Word, which I know is controversial for some of the way that um, people in the LGBTQ plus community have been portrayed. Um, I think there's always room for more stories about, especially real life stories about trans people. Um,
Right.
I forgot, like one of the biggest one posed was also a depiction of people in the LGBTQ plus community. And I can't speak for um, any of those people. I don't want to sit here and do that, but I do think just as someone who I consider myself an ally, I feel like we need more content. We need more well-rounded um, stories. Um, this one, I don't know where it's gonna go, but it seems like just watching the trailer, it's about a love between two friends and
Right.
them trying to understand each other better. Hopefully, it is a positive. People find it to be a positive depiction of being trans. Um, I don't, again, I don't want to speak for anyone else and say that this is the way it should look or that's not at all what I'm here to say. But I do think that it's important to share people's stories. So I'm really curious about it and really want to see that. Um, because it just to me looks like a positive depiction of this friendship. Um, you know, so and I can name more. Like those are not. I just want to be clear. Those are not those programs that I listed are not all exhaustive. Like as I sit here, I'm thinking of even more things. Like Freeform is really good at being inclusive, and so um, yeah. I'm really curious about this. I feel like it's also just not something we see every day. So um, I'm really interested to see like what their story is and how they, how the road trip went. I'm really curious about it.
Right. Um, I feel like telling your friend I'm gonna be coming out as a trans person is difficult and brave. And I feel like for your friend to respond with, yo, you want to take a road trip is some white shit.
But also,
But,
like, kind
but,
of
but,
sweet.
but, I feel like this is some cool white shit.
Yeah, that's
I gotta be
not like
honest because,
no.
niggas gonna be like, you want to hit the bar? You want me to come over? You want me to grab a six pack and come over and talk about it? White man folks say, hey, you want to cut the cameras on and hit a road trip, my nigga?
Well, because
God,
Harper's,
this is gotta be honest. This is some cool shit.
I think it's really cool. I think it's really dope, and
I think it's cool. I am a bit nervous for Harper after watching the trailer, but I also want to say before even seeing this film, which I will watch, I do think this is a really brave moment for Harper and to see those candid moments on screen. I understand that they are a writer and they have written some classic skits and things that we all know and love, but
head
this is
writer
this is
at SNL at one point.
right, but this is very different. And so I
Yeah,
want to
of
say
course.
that I applaud them for being so transparent, so candid, and sharing their journey with the world because that's some scary shit that I probably would not do, and that I don't know if I could be brave enough to do in that way. And I want to say props to Will Farrell for it seems like this is transparent and candid. I don't think he's exploiting his friend based on the trailer. Now, if the
Right,
film comes out and I'm wrong, I will come back and say that. But
right.
I want to say at this moment, based on the trailer, props to Will Farrell for doing this with your friend, for saying, hey, we share a lot of cool moments. Let's share these cool moments and let's do this cool thing together. Um,
Yeah,
and I think and I want to say props to him for one, supporting his friend, and two, also being brave enough because today, straight men are under a lot of scrutiny from that community. We have to be, and I've said this here before, we have to be very careful what we say. So saying, hey, let's take a whole crew of cameras and staff with us on the road and do all this stuff and record every moment and make it a film, that's some brave shit too. Because if he says the wrong thing, he could be out of here. It could be the end of Will Farrell if he says the wrong thing. So I also want to applaud him for being brave too, because that takes some bravery. I don't know if I would do that with my dude or
and
well, my friend.
they show they show they do show one clip in the trailer where he's asking, and uh Harper's pronouns are uh she and her, but I just checked it.
Okay.
But Will Ferrell, they're in the car and Harper's driving, and he goes, "So now that you transitioned, are you going to,
No, do you think you're a shittier driver as a woman?
as a woman, right?"
Right.
And you know, feel like that was Will Ferrell being Will Ferrell, which
Right.
I think that's what I'm curious about too, because people are still, your friendship is still your friendship, and your
Yeah.
interactions, you know, hopefully through whatever adversity you face with your friends, or whatever transitional phases you face with your friends, hopefully the foundation of your friendship still remains intact. And I think it was really interesting to watch, because knowing that when they met in a very creative space. they met on the set of SNL in
Right.
1995. So it seemed to me that they're still able to find humor, find that same
Oh
humor
yeah,
with
of
one
course.
another. And I
Yeah.
thought it was I just thought it was a fun scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Because
I
Harper cursed him out and was like, "Fuck you," and then afterward he was like, "But yes,
yes.
yes, yes, I think so. Yes." like, I get it. I see what type of time we on.
Right. So yeah, so I think this is really cool. I agree with you, but I also want to correct you on one thing. A black person has done this
Who
recently, actually.
who did that?
Gerard Carmichael
Oh,
asked his dad to go on a road trip on his reality
okay.
show.
Yes, and you did say that. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I just feel like that's not the average black person's reaction. To be like, "Hey, let's go on a road trip." That's what I'm saying.
I can see why you say that. I also
I
think it
feel like
depends
I
on where
feel
you're
like black folks,
from.
we might come to your crib with a six pack or your favorite alcohol, or be like, "All right, let's hit the bar. Let's chop it up." I
Also
don't
feel
think
like it
our
might be
first thought is road trip.
I also feel like that might be regional. I feel like where we're from probably not your instinct. Um,
Okay.
but maybe in other parts of the country probably.
Okay. Touche.
Probably you're probably more inclined to do it in other parts of the country. I can see that. Let's go for a
Got
long
you.
drive or, whatever. So, yeah. But I do understand what you're saying. No, I don't know. I don't think that if I told one of my friends something like that, I don't think that what they would say to me is let's go on a road trip. I
I
don't think
don't think so either.
yeah. But again, I think that's also a location thing. But yeah, I'm really excited. So, and I tried to speak about this carefully and thoughtfully. So, again, like if there's anything that we got wrong or, you know, tell us in the comments politely. Always open.
It will not be politely.
Always, but listen, I think that I love the fact that we are building community with this platform, and I love the fact that we get to talk to people who have the same interest as us, people who don't have the same interest as us, um, people who agree with us, people who don't agree with us, people who know more than us, people who know less than
You
us.
couldn't wait to say that part.
I love I love all of that. But and I so I'm I feel like we're both in a position to where if there's something for us to learn, put us on. But
Yeah.
don't disrespect us is all I'm saying because we are here coming to you trying not to disrespect you. So that's all. That's all I'm saying. But yes, please do if you have anything to offer to this conversation or you're excited about seeing it, let us
Yes. Let us
know.
know.
Let us know. We want to talk about it. If y'all feel like we should come back on and talk about it after we've seen it, let us know. We're out there. We're in those streets. We see your comments.
Yes, we do. And thank you for putting them there.